Welcome to my channel, Sunshine Shoulders. I'm Calvin. Thank you so much for stopping by today. The subject of my vlog today is Charter Day. Always brings out the most beautiful women in San Carlos City. Before I get started, let me welcome my viewers and subscribers. Thank you so much for your kindness, your generosity, and your support of my channel. It's truly been amazing. I'll never take that for granted. Friday, July the 1st, is Charter Day. This is the 62nd Charter Day, quote unquote, the founding of San Carlos City, which I believe, if I pronounce this right, the name of the city prior to that was Nabincalan. It was after a Negrito chieftain, named after a Negrito chieftain's daughter. It's a holiday, and it's arguably the most important day of the year in the city. Festivities, parties, food, brings out the most beautiful people. Class reunions, which they call them batch reunions here. As you can see, they had a tennis tournament. They've refurbished the tennis courts. I guess they did it for Charter Day. But it all ended with fireworks and a concert by one of the most popular rappers in all the Philippines. I want to say his name is David E. And I apologize to you, David E., if I got that wrong, but that would be the equivalent of like having Snoop Doggy Dogg come to Charter Day. This guy's big. He's everybody's idol here. They were taking pictures with him. He's a big-time celebrity here. But as you can see as we walk through here, because it took the whole day, and I brought Matt Johansson along with me from a Real Good Feeling YouTube channel. One thing I want to reiterate is this was the first actual Charter Day since the pandemic and the lockdowns in 3 years. When I came here in May of 2019, when I first started coming to San Carlos City, I actually attended my first Charter Day. It's good to see that things are getting back to normal. The vendors are all here earning some extra money, which is very important to the local economy. The reason San Carlos City can pull off something like this, because you're going to see it brought people from every barangay, municipalities close by San Carlos City, the province, the mountains. They're able to do it because of so much open space over by Center Mall. I'm sorry and I apologize I wasn't able to give you the fireworks at the end because it was past my bedtime. I get sleepy around 8 p.m. Remember, I told you I'm a square. But you're going to see it's really fun. It's a lot of people came out. There had to have been, I'm being conservative, I'm going to say 100,000 people. It was just wave after wave of people, and they just kept on coming. We took the kids over there. We ate. We just had a good time. As you can see, it brings out the most beautiful women in San Carlos City and the surrounding areas. And when you couple that with just the friendly disposition of Filipinos, and then liquor, and then disco, and party, and music, and you're in for a good time. I saw on Facebook they had a Charter Day concert at the top, and then at the bottom they had a pregnancy test. And that's usually what happens, because it gets dark, and they go all night. I got up to use the restroom this morning. It was about 2 o'clock. And hell, they were still jamming over there. And this is a true story. I got up to ride my bike. It's about 6 a.m. They were still partying on one part of Central Mall over there. I mean, dancing. These men and women must have been up all night. Hell, Cherry, our helper, she stayed out all night. They were partying, man. It's a big deal. This is a big deal, I'm sorry. And it's a big day. It's the 62nd Charter Day in San Carlos City. I ran into a lot of expats, a lot of my friends. This is David and his beautiful wife, Elvie. This is Center Mall where you're watching right now. And I just wanted to kind of take y'all around and introduce you to some normal living over here. It's not always beaches, booty, and bombshells. This is normal life here. And people always ask me all the time, is it boring over in the Philippines? Absolutely not. There's so many festivities, so many fiestas, holidays. Christmas starts in September. There's not a day goes by that somebody's not doing something. But it's just good to see everybody out and about again. This is a big deal, especially for a lot of these mom and pop vendors. I patronized as many as I could, buying popcorn. I bought beer for people, water, which they call too big over here. And everybody was happy, everybody smiling. Good to be back out. You can see a lot of people didn't have masks, but it was good social distancing here. Everybody was sort of like in their own little groups. Every hotel was fully booked in the city because people were coming back home. It's just a big day here. Probably the most important day of the year in San Carlos City. So many children, they just had a good time. See, this is why I want to bring my son here to San Carlos City. Look at all this open space to play, to run around. Booby had a good time. She slept like a baby last night. I knew she would because she was running all over the place. You can buy balloons. It was just a festive atmosphere. There was no fighting. There was no arguing. Nobody got upset when I was going around with the camera. Everybody was just happy yesterday. And I'm glad I was able to show Matt Charter Day in San Carlos City. Now, they'll have their fiesta, I want to say in November. But this is Charter Day. This is a holiday. It's a non-working day. So City Hall was closed. A lot of places, the banks were closed. But a lot of other places were open. The malls were open. The remittance places were open if you needed money. But they had some great music, great dancing. This is the stage right here. And this guy, he rocked the house. It was like having Snoop Dogg in town. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this artist created the campaign song for President Marcos and Vice President Duterte. But he's super popular. Maryland wanted to meet him because he came to their gym yesterday. I guess he's a friend of the owner of the hotel, the Viper Gym. They celebrated 6 years in existence. It's a very popular gym here. Everybody always asks me, hey, they have gyms in San Carlos City. Yes, it's one of the most popular. And he also owns the hotel that the gym is located. It's called Palau, P-A-L-A-U. And he had him over there for an appearance, and people flooded the place. But yeah, this is Charter Day, and it just always brings out the most beautiful people, the most beautiful women, especially in San Carlos City. If you like them short, tall, fat, skinny, dark skin, light skin, bright skin, they were all there. If you like to drink, it was there. Matt pointed it out. He said, look at all the Red Horse and Tanduay for sale. But they had also Emperador. They had San Miguel Light. People were finally getting out and about like they used to. This is a very popular place right here, the Center Mall. And San Carlos City was able to pull this off because there's so much open space here. You wouldn't believe it for a city this size. Everybody that comes here to visit me or comes through San Carlos City, they're amazed at this Center Mall. you could be in any Western city on the planet. But I wanted to just kind of bring y'all along with me. I stayed until about 8 o'clock and I went home. Because I'm a square, man. I stay squared up. But every type of Filipino food, popcorn, chicken. I didn't see any lechon, though. They had tattoos, real tattoos. They had temporary tattoos. They had rides. They had everything for the kids. They had things for the grown adults. But what most people came to see here really was the music. These little discos that pop up after the main event. There's something to see. People get to drinking and having a good time, and next thing you know, 9 months later, out pops the baby. You know, the Philippines is right in the middle of a baby boom right now during the lockdowns and the pandemics. But it's all fun. They had dancers. Of course, they had the dignitaries there. It was a fun day. I saw Gail. Remember Gail? I was going to try to get back around to talk to Gail, but she was busy. She had her little food stall selling food, but she's doing really well. For anybody who wants to know about Gail, she's looking real good. Matt recognized Gail. A lot of y'all did. There's a lot of beautiful women here in San Carlos City. If that's what you're looking for. So much more to San Carlos City, but if you're looking for a woman, there was literally thousands upon thousands. And when you couple that with the friendly disposition of Filipinos, then the liquor, the beer, the music, the party, atmosphere, something was going to happen last night. You wouldn't have had any problems at all meeting anybody, getting a few numbers. That's for sure. But I'm going to just let y'all kind of soak in the scene a little bit. This is the 62nd annual Charter Day in San Carlos City, Negros Occidental. Because remember, there's a San Carlos City up in Luzon. I believe it's in Pampanga. People oftentimes get it mixed up. But as you can see, people bought out their tents. Merlin's sister bought her tent because the mosquitoes were out too. They were enjoying the festivities too. But these are major artists that came here. These weren't just rinky-dink, off-the-wall artists. They brought in artists, national artists here. Headliner was David E., famous rapper here. It's like having Snoop Dogg here, man. I enjoyed myself. For the little time I was there, we went about 5 p.m. I stayed to about 8. I don't know what time Matt came back. But I know our helper didn't come back until this morning, maybe about 8 a.m. because I hardly recognized her. When I walked up on her, she was all dressed up because this was a big day here. People came from all over. Every barangay was represented. The province, the mountains, all the little municipalities, even Negros Oriental, which is on the way to Dumaguete, places like Vallehermoso, they were there. Look at all these people. And they just kept coming. It never stopped. The darker it got, the more people came. They just kept coming. So thank you so much for stopping by today. If you're in America, it's late. Before you let your head hit the pillow, please find somebody to help. If you don't want them late grocery runs, beer runs, weed runs, just getting off second shift, or you're on your lunch break and see somebody in the street, buy them something to eat, buy them something to drink, give them a few dollars. if you're in the Philippines, it's about 10 a.m. in the morning. We're going to have our 1,000 peso pandemic giveaway drawing today at 12 noon because last night we were at Charter Day and Marilyn didn't come back the same time I did, and she has the spin wheel. Because if I don't know anything else, I know it's one thing for sure. When we help other people, we help ourselves. Take care, stay safe, stay COVID free. I'll see you next time. Don't go anywhere. I'm going to just let y'all soak in the festivities. And then at the end, you're going to see, this morning when I was riding my bike, the cleanup begins. It was so much trash. Tons and tons of trash. I only showed you a very small amount of trash, but they were right on it because this is one of the cleanest cities in all the Philippines. I knew they were going to be out there early, but I just wanted to show y'all anyhow. So take care, and thanks again for all your support. Soak this in for these last 3 or 4 minutes. It was really a great time had by all. See you later. Booby, Booby, get over here. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Good morning.
Good morning.
And buntag.